Hey y'all, it's your girl Jasmeen, the owner of House of Chiron Astrology and Reiki, and I make the language of astrology digestible for all of y'all. So today we are here to talk about something a little different, okay? Um, I was going through my vision boards that I had created at the winter solstice 2023, and I was recognizing how much has actually manifested. And I thought, this will be a really good and important conversation to have and to share with you all to let you know the importance of the winter solstice and the summer solstice and how all these things connect. Okay. So before we dive into that, just want to say, if you don't know me, welcome in, welcome to my channel. Go ahead and subscribe so you will not miss any of the information and the tips and the tools and all the things that I share. Now, let's talk about the summer solstice, right? Because I'm going to tie that back into the winter solstice. So first and foremost, the summer solstice, it always occurs sometime around June 20th of every year. And it is a time of celebration. It's a time of reflection and also taking stock of our accomplishments, right? So the summer solstice is known as the longest day and the shortest night of the year. So when the summer solstice happens, it marks the peak of light and energy, right? It's a moment when the sun stands still right before it begins to descend towards the shorter days, which is in fall and then into the winter, right? So this period is not only a celebration of light and abundance, but it's also a very meaningful opportunity for us to pause and reflect and to assess our journey and achievements over the last 6 months or so. Okay. And I also will say, like, over the last year, just kind of depending on several things, but I'm going to go 6 months because we're talking from the winter solstice to the summer solstice. All right. So now, also, the summer solstice is known for, nature being in full bloom, right? We've gone beyond spring. So now it's the start of summer. So it symbolizes not only growth, but vitality. It symbolizes fruition of things, and most of those things require, effort. So it's kind of like being able to take stock of things, right? It's a time when our hard work and intentions and the seeds that we've planted in the past month begin to bear fruit, and we are able to kind of see these things come into manifestation. So if we think back, like, farmers, and we think about like the almanac and whatnot, farmers reap their crops, so we can too, in various aspects of our life, right? We too can take that stock of what we have nurtured or have grown in our personal as well as our professional lives. Okay. And so reflecting on our accomplishments during the summer solstice is a really empowering practice that allows us to, appreciate our progress, recognize our strengths, and celebrate, our successes, right? So it's all about that gratitude, and also being able to recognize like how far we have come and how far we still have to go. And so it's a time for us to honor our goals and recognize what we have achieved, also be able to recognize the challenges that we've overcome and the personal growth that we have experienced. And that acknowledgement not only boosts our confidence, but it also fuels us in our motivation in order to pursue our future endeavors and pushing forward into the things that we still have to do and accomplish. So some ways that I like to take stock of things is by, first, I like to reevaluate my winter solstice vision board. So before I get into the winter solstice vision board, I want to talk a little bit about the winter solstice and why it's important. Okay, so the winter solstice happens on December 21st every year around that time. Okay, so it's really a powerful time to set intentions and to manifest our goals for the year ahead. This date marks the longest night and the shortest day of the year, right? And that symbolizes the rebirth of the sun as it begins to reclaim the sky, begins to kind of come up on the horizon, right? And bringing longer days and more light. So if we go back biblically, right, how things are tied into astrology. So if we talk about like the birth of Christ, right, he died and he was dead for 3 days. And then on the third day, he rose again, right? And so if we take that into connection, being the sun, literal sun, and it dies, it goes below the horizon on the winter solstice. And then it begins to come above the horizon, rising 3 days after, right? And then Christmas is here, right? So from the 21st to the 24th is Christmas Eve, so on and so forth, right? So we kind of take that connection and we apply. So if that applies to you, use that so you can remember it. Now, utilizing this energy, right? If we think about it, like the many ancient civilizations and indigenous cultures and religions honor this pivotal time with various sacred rituals, healing, cleansing, restoration, transformation, right? So the winter solstice aligns with these aspects, but also the festival of Yule. And so that celebration is deeply rooted in pagan traditions. And, it really highlights themes of rebirth and renewal. And so it's a really powerful time for us to utilize the energy where there is no sun, there's no light, right? It's where everything is born from nothing, if that makes sense, right? So when there's absolutely nothing, you can create anything. So during this Yule, people would light candles and then, fires, that fires to symbolize the return of the sun. And, it promises the renewed life and warmth, right? And so winter is that season where regeneration and cultivation and reflection and creation and death and rebirth it kind of, takes precedent. It mirrors the natural cycle where animals hibernate, where plants die off, only to awaken and bloom again with the spring equinox, right? And so it's like a cyclical process that happens, and it teaches us the importance of pausing and reflecting and preparing for the newness that spring will bring, right? And so the solstice also represents, the rebirth, like I mentioned, of sun, the sun god, which is Ra. In ancient Egyptian mythology, the sun god was Ra. And so, according to legend, the moon goddess Rayet gives birth to Ra on this day, magnifying the sun's energy for regeneration, transformation, and self-reflection. And so, this myth, right, also highlights the powerful interplay between the cosmic forces and the light of light and darkness, right? And it reinforces the idea of renewal and the internal cycle of life. So, being that this is the midpoint of our universal year, the winter solstice really kind of encapsulates the four elements: fire, water, air, and earth, and the four seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. And so, this balance of elements and season provides us this internal energy, right? And it's very intentional, that this ideal for like setting new intentions and, being able to kind of capitalize on the energy that's present for us. And so it's really a perfect time for us to do things like create a vision board and, draft an action plan of your visions and so on and so forth. It's really an energetic field that's happening during this time is really right for us opening our third eye, reconnecting with our ancestors, rediscovering our personal purpose and power, and just tapping into this powerful energy. That way we can align ourselves with the universal flow, setting solid foundations for any of our aspirations and our personal growth for the year to come. So I always do my vision board on December 21st every year. And so this year, I did my vision board, and I can say I did not at first start doing my vision boards on the winter solstice. I started doing my vision boards with my cousin, and they weren't on the winter solstice. They were like, towards the beginning of the year, or maybe even at the middle of the year, whenever. With me doing them on the winter solstice the last 4 years, it is crazy how much has actually manifested. Like there's a major significant difference there. So I'm going to show you all my vision board, and I'm going to kind of like highlight or maybe even circle kind of what has transpired and what has actually manifested. So this one is going to be the winter solstice of 2023. So 6 months ago, we're at the halfway mark, right? So we're 6 months later at the summer solstice. So we can see just within these 6 months what has actually manifested. I created 2 vision boards for the year ahead. I would say close to half of the things on both of these vision boards have been created or manifested. So I always put something on there regarding business. So whether it's my logo, the word business, something along the lines of like an image that's from my business. I always put that on my vision board. So I have the word business, I have my logo, I actually have some of my merch that's listed on here. And my business has actually increased and improved just in 2024. So another thing that I also did regarding business is website design, content marketing, and SEO. So something that I did in 2024 was hire a marketing manager, marketing director. So someone that is managing and even editing and cutting this video. So that took that off of my hands, and I have been seeing a lot of tremendous improvement and just how the business is operating in general. So it gives me more space to do more things like record these type of videos, right? So I also actually got my website redesigned. My branding is all together where it's like, what's the word? It's basically all in sync. So I don't have like different colors and different platforms or different fonts and different platforms. Like everything is kind of in sync together. So big ups to my marketing director, Renata Estes. Okay, so that is the website design. That actually has happened. Let's see, what else for business. So I think that's all that I have on here for business. Now, it says on here, do more of what you love, right? So I put that on both, and I didn't even realize until I was looking back at it. So do more of what you love, do more of what you love is on both of them. Now, I can say that for the last year, I have been working full-time, going to school full-time, doing a part-time internship, managing the business full-time, on top of being a mom, spouse, all the things, doing community work as well. And so I do enjoy what I do, right? So the problem is that for me with work, I had found myself getting into positions that were, redundant. I've done them before I actually determined and found like my purpose and what I really wanted to do and where I, found myself being more fulfilled in. And so my most recent position, I really enjoyed the people I work with. However, the work was something I had already done. It was actually what I had stopped working doing once before. Like I went full time doing just House of Chiron. And so I found myself back into it. And now I'm no longer in that position. So me being awarded the opportunity to do more of what I love, now I have other opportunities that are coming my way, which are more so in alignment with what I want to do and what I desire to do. So, I would definitely say like I am able to do more of what I love because now I'm given that opportunity and that space and that time to do so and then find out what that is. This graduation cap here was not actually for me. It was for my partner. So he actually graduated this year back in May of 2024. And so that was there for him. And then let's see, school. So my education, let's talk about my education. So on here, I put school, trust yourself, you can do this. I also put in here, it was something else. Oh, education. I put the books in here. So I have definitely been finding myself studying a lot more and just trying to learn more, whether it's like, because I'm in grad school to get my MSW so I can become a licensed therapist. So not only am I studying for that, but I'm also studying outside of that. I found myself getting certified in trauma focused CBT and getting certifications in DBT, and then just learning different things, different certifications in different modalities of therapy, nature-based therapy, so on and so forth, dance therapy, all those things. So I would definitely say that has actually taken flight for sure. Family is on here quite a bit. And that is not even just like the words, but the pictures. Like this picture here, we recently just went to Lake Pflugerville. That looks like exactly where we went. And that was with my family. And that was a lot of fun. Family is here. As you can see, me and my partner, that's a picture of us. So that's just me wanting to just highlight my relationship even more and build a stronger bond. And that has definitely taken stock. If you can see here, these two people, They have like gone on a retreat. I will share a picture of that actually happening, of me and my partner going on a retreat. It literally looked just like this. We're out in the wilderness. They had like the string lights out there. We were just chilling and relaxing. So that was great. Um, Also, let's see. This is us working on things together, whether it's business and career, that has actually happened. More date nights, that has actually happened, and just spending more one-on-one time in our relationship. What else has actually manifested? So I have a picture in the background here, and it's of a black car with these really cool lights. And I literally got a Lincoln MKZ this year, very much so looking just like this. I'll share a picture of that also. Um, so yeah, that has happened. I said that I was going to do more decorating in my home. And so I have some things that I'm still working on when it comes to decor, but I actually got this house, a very similar house plan. It's behind me right here. So I got that. I got more plants in the house. Actually have like some decor that I am working on purchasing. You know, it just takes time, especially when you're getting like big pieces. Something I'm also working on is like the backyard. But this picture here of like I guess you can call it like the garden bed. So I actually was able to hire a company to basically take care of the upkeep of the yard. So that was great also. That's something that manifested. Um, let's see. I just did the passport renewal for myself, but then like the new passport for my son. That is that. School, like I said, that's been a focus. To inspire, that has definitely been something that I've been really working on, even communicating about. Also, this here represents that I wanted to organize my house. So during this time, within the last 6 months, I was able to organize the closet that's underneath my stairs. I'll share a picture of that also. That happened. Um, More game nights, family game nights. We have definitely been having that. We got the Wakanda version or Black Panther version of Monopoly, so that's been a lot of fun. Um, and so what we're working on right now, what I am working on with my friends is like having a girl retreat or a girls' time away. We're working on that. Um, I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. No distractions. I have been really working on like eliminating distractions and not being distracted by the outside noise and the naysayers and just, blocking people if necessary, because no distractions. Okay. Oh, and then the hair picture. Y'all know my hair has been hairing. I don't know if y'all noticed, but my hair has definitely been hairing. I've been um trying out new products. I even started making my oils again on my own because I had not done that in quite some time. So my hair has definitely been like growing and getting fuller and more healthier. I've been really like trying to work on like trimming my ends and whatnot, and I'm looking into like having a beautician again because I have not actually had a beautician in quite some time that actually takes care of my natural hair. But looking into having like a beautician again. So I've been kind of like researching and kind of like looking for one that can handle my hair texture. So that's been something. But my hair's been doing pretty well with me just taking care of it and trimming my own ends and stuff. So yeah. As y'all can see, a lot has really manifested in working on my future plans and investing. That's something that we're also looking into doing and working on. So yeah, I think that's it for the most part that has like actually come to fruition. So as you can see that not only am I sharing this information for you all, but I also live by it. So I really enjoy being able to give y'all not only like practical tools and things, but also proof that it works. I hope that this has been helpful and beneficial for you all. Let me know if y'all have any experience with doing your vision boards or setting intentions at the winter solstice. Meet me in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know like if you have any questions. If you want to see more content like this, also let me know that. If you want to know like, hey, how do I do my vision board? I can also help you with that. Also, before we head out, mosey on over to my freshly, newly done website. We still have 39% off on all services. That includes the Reiki and the astrology readings. And we have the House of Chiron merch, as well as the free PDF cheat sheet that you can get all the astro tips and tools and things on there. Okay. So I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will see you all soon. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.